Hi, ITWeb TV. I'm Lungile from ITWeb, and I'm here with my guest,
Guy. That's my real name. Guy Shannon, Guy like the man.
Guy Shannon, and he's going to talk to us a little bit more about cybersecurity. So, Guy, can you discuss some of the latest trends in cyber attacks?
Absolutely. So I think they're being fighted really well on this conference. The two big buzzwords, but highly relevant. We've been talking about artificial intelligence, and the other one is automation. So just as we're talking from a defensive standpoint around artificial intelligence and automation, we must recognize that the adversary or the attackers, they are using these technologies, and they're driving their attacks, making them more efficient, more potent, more widely spread, and available to a much more junior capability. Before, we talk about hackers and how skilled they were, and they were older people. Now we're seeing that, hackers that are leading crime syndicates are 16-year-olds in their mother's basements. It's absolutely mind-boggling, but we can see that technology is helping the attackers, so we have to then be on our game, leveraging the latest in technology in our defense as well.
Can you tell us a little bit more about some of these new technologies that you are implementing into your defense?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're seeing a lot on ChatGPT. People are talking about artificial intelligence being able to automate the delivery of documents, but also code, knowledge. We're very excited about the fact that Microsoft has integrated that ChatGPT technology into a product called Copilot, and they are building or integrating Copilot with their Windows operating system and with their Office productivity suite, which is amazing. And so we are looking at ways in connecting Copilot to our security SOC monitoring services. So we've got a number of platforms that can ingest data, correlate it, and come up with a picture of risk. And we are wanting to make a Copilot almost like a virtual member of the team, if you want to call it that, where they can deliver much more in-depth analysis a lot quicker. And we can just use it to supplement and augment our teams, which are usually quite stretched. I'm sure everyone will agree that we're struggling to get the resources that we need. And now we have almost like a free, highly knowledgeable senior resource as a member of our team. So we're working hard on that. Something else that we are working with is Assault, which is your security orchestration and automation tools. And so in other words, if we detect certain incidents happening, that this tool is automatically able to detect alerts, but then contain and remediate that threat. So a very good example of using a SOAR tool would be with your email. We get phishing emails all day, and I know of organizations that will have a dedicated resource. All they do all day is looking at emails and then trying to send instructions to the email hygiene team to delete these mails and update their spam filters and so forth. Now, a SOAR tool would do that automatically. They'd be able to analyze a mail, they'd be able to send it up to sandboxes and analysis tools on the cloud. They'd be able to determine what components of the mail are malicious. They would then be able to send all the instructions to your mail hygiene or filtering server to delete certain mails, to look at certain links, to have those blocked on firewalls and web proxies, do all those containment and remediation actions, but automatically without human intervention. So you're able to then reserve your skilled, trained team to look at higher, more critical and less occurring threats, instead of having them all distracted on mails which pour in all day. And I think that's a great benefit of automation in a SOC environment, and using tools to do the heavy lifting on your less severe but more frequently occurring threats.
Awesome. This sounds like it's going to be one hell of a product, and I do believe that a lot of companies are going to be coming to you for it. Can you just tell us a little bit more about your experience at the Security Summit this year? Is there anything that you've taken away from it that you know you're going to be remembering for the next week or year?
Yeah, absolutely. I think for me, I really enjoyed Mikko Hyppinen.
Yes.
So Mikko Hyppinen is happening. So yeah, so I think, and again, he was addressing deep fakes. So that's another element. I mean, that we need to be more concerned about, and starting to look at strategies to protect against deep fakes, both video and audio, and then just him sharing with us examples of where the artificial intelligence and the chatbots and are almost being able to develop the sentient intelligence. You know, I mean, it was quite striking to me that he said a chatbot was coming against an obstacle against captures, and it needed someone to physically enter captures to overcome that security control, and then went and automatically recruited someone, a live person, and even lied to that person saying, no, I'm not a bot, I'm a visually impaired human, so that the person would then engage and accept an employment contract and then perform that work of putting in the capture data to overcome that control. And I just thought that was absolutely fascinating. So I think the awareness to us of what automation and artificial intelligence, the impact it has in our daily lives, just our normal lives, as well as what the adversary can do to leverage vulnerabilities in our business and our people.
Yeah.
And it's just creating that awareness, and we've got to change our way of thinking. I think that is what these conferences are all about, is to help us change our thinking. Sometimes we've got the blinkers on.
Yeah.
We've got so much work to do. We'll only focus on these things that the auditors need, or my employers, what my KPIs are, you know, to be a star performer. I'll just focus on this. And I think summits like this that open our thinking, open our view, and just allow us to give other thoughts as to what we should prioritize and focus on, and new technologies that we should be looking into, embracing.
Thank you so much for joining us today, guys. Thank you so much, guys.